Hi, folks. It's me, Michael Bach, and it's time for another episode of Lunchtime Learning on SHRM's Inclusion 2023 conference taking place from October 30th to November 1st in Savannah, Georgia. Today, I'm joined by Dr. Elijah Nichols, author, trans advocate, and speaker, whose session titled Authentic Conversations, Navigating Transgender Expansive Inclusion in the Workplace takes place on Tuesday, October 31st at 2:30 p.m. Welcome, Elijah.
Thank you so much for having me, Michael. I'm glad to be here. Happy day. Happy Monday.
Happy Monday, happy day. I'm glad you could be here. Now, really important question, obviously. Will you be wearing a costume during your presentation?
I have to leave that for folks to wonder, and I'm going to surprise everybody.
I'm laughing because everyone that I've talked to who's doing their presentation on Halloween has been completely vague and doesn't have an answer to the question. And of course, because it's the gay high holiday, I'm like, well, what should I wear? Do I, go as Barbie? What costume should anyway, it's getting confusing. And I'm hoping that someone will have a definitive answer, but we'll have to see when we're in Savannah. Never mind. Tell me about your topic.
So thank you for having me today, Michael. I'm Dr. Elijah Nichols. My pronouns are he, him, and his. And I am an open trans guy. And I use my platform to talk about my transness, if you will, from a conscious-driven leadership perspective. And I just have an authentic conversation with attendees. And we talk about navigating the trans experience, utilizing my almost 25 years of military experience, and then my short time in corporate.
I love in the title of your topic that you're talking about the trans expansive inclusion, because I think a lot of people, when they think about trans people, they think, again, very much in the binary of either you're trans or you're not. But the reality is there's so much under this umbrella of trans that we need to talk about. What do you really want attendees to come away from your topic with a better understanding of?
I really want attendees to understand the importance of navigating life, if you will, from a conscious perspective and understanding how, when we navigate life from a conscious perspective, that makes diversity and inclusion much easier to navigate. Secondly, I want attendees to walk away understanding that transgender expansive individuals are just that. We are trans expansive, and it's another piece of who we bring to the workforce. And just looking forward to having an amazing conversation to help normalize, if there's such a thing, the TGX experience.
Yeah, I think this is a really important conversation to be having at Inclusion this year, with everything that is going on in the country, with over 500 pieces of anti-LGBTQIA plus legislation being tabled or passed so far. And most of them are anti-trans legislation. And I think employers need to be getting behind this conversation a lot more. So I'm really pleased to see it and looking forward to it. Thank you so much for coming and taking a moment to share more information on your session. And remember, Elijah, it's okay, I'm already drunk. Elijah's session takes place on Tuesday, October 31st at 2:30 p.m. And if you're sober, you can catch my session, What Gets Measured Gets Done, Measuring Succession, Inclusion, Diversity, Equity, and Accessibility, which takes place on Monday, November 1st at 7:30 a.m. And I promise I will probably still be drunk. Hope to see you in Savannah.